If you're watching this at launch, we're live right now on twitch.tv. We've got drops enabled and there's loads going on. Feel free to come in and check it out. It's in the description and on the pinned comment. Okay, the Marines, we're back and we've got loads to go through today. For those of you guys who missed it in the last 24 hours, we've had hotfix 2.1. We're going to show you guys that one really quickly before we get into everything else, where we're going to talk about the defense mechanic, because block is not being people's best friend right now. If you know, you know. But nonetheless, the developers over at Saber are actually looking at having a shoulder camera swap feature. We're going to show you that one in a second, as well as some new nice to have movements and some things which are so out of the vision they're just never planning on doing them. It's going to be an interesting video indeed. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. On top of that, we're doing a giveaway for a copy of the game. If you guys want to get involved with it, it's very, very simple. Head down to the comment section and just put any coloured heart that you want. Show your love for your chapter that you enjoy the most, and we'll announce the winner via the giveaway announcement sector of the Discord, link in the description. Let's see what it is that's happening inside of the game right now. So really quickly to recap, for those of you guys who missed it, yesterday we had hotfix 2.1. It literally went live just after we uploaded the video, but in the patch notes it wasn't a big one. We just had a few fixes where it fixed a load of crashes, which was really, really nice to see, and some bugs which was causing soft locks in the story mode, as well as them optimizing CPU behavior on higher-end PCs. So it meant that the CPUs were overheating. Hopefully now they shouldn't overheat, but we're yet to wait on the ultra-wide support, private PvE lobbies, and the sparring arena in the battle barge. We're still waiting on that, and it still has not come. Now, it's kind of one of those. The private PvE lobbies and the sparring arena is going to be an interesting one, because at the moment people are having a lot of connectivity issues with getting into games with friends, regardless of what platform they're on. Last night I had a struggle with my friend who was on PC. I'm on PC. I played with my friend who was on PlayStation, and then we struggled with that one as well. So it's not just on a specific server point, it is pretty much the game struggling with the cross compatibility. But we'll see what it is that's happening anywho. And when we take a look at what you guys are doing with your characters right now, you guys have got such wild imaginations. I love it. This one right here says, "What the F is a kilometer?" Yeah, I know. I am fully aware at this point Space Marines are practically just Space Britain, and a lot of people are not too fond on that one. So they've got their American candidates like this guy right here. Absolutely incredible. Incredible indeed. But one thing that's more incredible than that, that definitely deserves more love, is the To Infinity and Beyond, the Buzz Lightyear Marine. This thing looks amazing. I don't know why you wouldn't want to build this, but if you can build this, you need to build this. It looks so damn cool, and I think everyone should have a Buzz Lightyear inside of their Marine listings. It is amazing. But getting into the in-game of things, what is it that you guys are struggling with right now? This one right here states, "Block is a trap, brothers. Do not succumb to its heretical whispers." And yes, there is a massive issue with the block defense at the moment. It seems to be a very, very weird one, because you cannot parry, but your base stats go all the way up. So basically, you've got like a trade capability to do critical hits for more consistent damage, but for horde clearing, it's bad for dueling elites. It's an absolute nightmare, because you obviously can't hit those parries off. Whereas everybody at the moment is utilizing fencing, because it pretty much throws it through the roof. If you guys are struggling with it and your melee weapons right now are using the block, which is the balance feature, you guys are going to really struggle with this one. So maybe give fencing a try out and see what it is that happens. But one piece of information that we guys are hearing a lot in the Twitch streams right now and inside of the comment section is, especially for PvP, having the shoulder camera swap from left to right to right to left, left to right, blah, 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 blah. Makes life a lot easier looking around corners, peeking and stuff like that. And I think it'd be quite good for the PvP sector, which for the record, I am really bloody enjoying at the minute. But anywho, we'll digress. This right here was a post that was put up on Reddit where somebody was tweeting at Saber Interactive's creative director, and he actually responded to him. It states right here, "I want to make a suggestion I think everybody will universally agree with. Can you guys please work on adding a shoulder camera swap from left to right? It's something that is needed in this game, especially in PvP." And he states right here, "I'll talk to the game director. I see your point." And yes, this is something which is absolutely huge, because for PvP specifically, this would make such a big difference. Now, if they put this in the settings is going to cause again for a few issues, and hopefully you don't have to change the camera's direction based on the settings itself. And there's like a button that you can press, whether it's on your keyboard or your controller, and it can switch the shoulder on camera direction. I think that that would be absolutely huge. And another thing that you guys are wanting right now is the Mark 7 helmet in the future. This thing is iconic. It is so well known across the Space Marine franchise, across the Games Workshop franchise, Warhammer, whichever area you want to call it. This thing is pretty much well known. I was looking for a giant version of this to go on the setup. I really, really want one. So if anybody's a 3D printer and is looking to sell one fully made at a reasonable bloody price, please do hit me up. Anyway, nonetheless, looking at some things that the developers have been looking into based on the ideas tab for the focusentertainment.com, this one is a very interesting one, as I didn't even realize this was a thing, but the Bloodraven's 20th anniversary cosmetics. It states right here, please consider adding cosmetics for the Bloodravens due to their 20th anniversary, which is in 2024. It doesn't have to be something big, but the classic badge, perhaps a helmet or an armor piece would be nice, considering that Space Marine 1 had a BR skin that was locked to PC pre-order, and PS3, this would be very kind. Also, Squad Corvus helped Titus. Having his armor in MKX in multiplayer would be great, please consider. And I do completely agree. I think that these sorts of things would be amazing issues into the game, and it's been labeled as nice to have, with the developer stating, hello, we'll discuss about this for the live plan. And I do think that actually, as far as events go for these sorts of games, this is absolutely huge. These are sorts of things that you guys would expect to see in the more live service modeling of a game. This game is live service, but it's not. It's a really, really weird narrative, because actually the storyline in it is incredible. The PvE is incredible. Yeah, they're going to be doing updates, patches, balance changes, so on and so forth. It's a live service game that doesn't feel like a live service game. Am I the only one that's thinking that? I don't know. Anywho, moving forward from that, something else which was nice to have is the ability to customize your Marine's face. Now, make sure that you guys pay attention to this one, because they're not just stating the facial features. They want to do a full creation of the face, whether it's skin tone, facial features to your Marine, hair selection, eye color, so on and so forth. There's loads more that you can do to it, and they said right here, thank you for your input. We'll look into this idea. I think this would be really cool for the PvE/PvP sectors. Now, obviously, it'd be difficult because there is a lot of classes inside of the game, and with all of the classes, they're going to mean that they're individual characters. So you would have to create a individual face for every single character, which could take a little while, but we'll have to see exactly how they work their way around that one. But it is in the nice to see sector. And something apparently which is completely out of vision is obviously going to be the next two things. It states right here, unlock armor, cross-class color options, and expanded loadouts for ultimate roleplay. Equip armor pieces unlocked in any class across your entire loadout. For example, use the sniper's cloak with any class, introducing paint colors and color customizations for specific armor parts, allowing players to craft unique looks. More melee weapons for all classes to enhance roleplay, and different armor types traditionally serve specific roles, but allows cross-class operations in private sessions, keeps the balance while enhancing player satisfaction and immersion. And as much as this is a great idea, I'm not too sure I really agree with it. I think that actually what the dev responds to this is pretty damn true. He states, hello, while this is a nice idea, this isn't really possible without breaking the law. We take law compliance very seriously. Cheers. Which obviously means like the sniper cloaks and all of the armor accessories and the movements of it. It wouldn't really work, really. It's quite a cool concept, but I think that if you start looking at the Warhammer 40k and the Games Workshop franchising, you wouldn't want to ruin the lore of this. It's so deep and it's so rich that you just don't want to mess around with it. You've got enough customization, be happy with what there is. And finally, procedurally generated operation maps. This is something which a lot of people have spoke about previously, although it states right here from the developers that the game's architecture was not conceived to have procedurally generated operation maps. So this idea is unfortunately out of vision, but we already have a lot of ideas to help the longevity of the game, which I think is really, really, really important, because the longevity is something that we really want for this game. It's doing really well, and I cannot wait to see how they do it. Moving into your your top comments though from the previous video. We've got a couple here which are absolutely amazing. They say they gave us a good game, so we gave them our sincere loyalty and respect. It's that effing simple. How come modern devs cannot understand something so simple? Amen to that. I think that they've genuinely done such an incredible job with this game, and I think that even though it's not everybody's cup of tea, I don't think it really needs to be. This thing has got an amazing audience, and it's hit its target audience very, very well, and has even expanded the overall franchise of what Warhammer and Games Workshop actually entail, with the Space Marine figurines, and even then expanding out towards like the Elders and stuff like that. It's quite interesting to see how well they've actually done with this. The second comment that we've got right here states, got to the end of the mission and before killing the boss, the other two Marines kicked me. I was so sad. I thought they were my brothers. And yeah, this is something that we're suffering from, and generally tends to be the case with online multiplayers that tend to have those sorts of PvE missions. It's annoying. There's not a lot we can do about it, but yeah, it's a shame, man. But to finish this on a positive note, this states right here, I love the game, pre-ordered it and everything because I'm such a big fan of 40k, and I was not disappointed. Not only that, but I joined someone's party. They said, you can play with us for this mission, but we're trying to play solo, so is it okay if you leave after this one? I don't know a single community that is this nice. That guy has my full respect. So even though it is a little bit difficult and a lot of people are making those bad moves of kicking players at the moment, don't panic. Some people in the community are absolutely lovely, so enjoy it for what it is. If that's all that we've got going on today though, we do have a second channel that you guys should definitely check out. We've got loads of small shorts and long form content coming from the streams going onto there, so make sure you guys check that out for extra content in the less formulated way. These are definitely less filtered. It's definitely an interesting feature, but nonetheless, thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, appreciate your faces, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.